Oi, being broke is good. Not all the time. Sometimes. Let me make my case. Let me make my case. Because nobody wants to be broke, bro. I don't even want to be broke. But sometimes being broke is sort of like a positive. It's a blessing in disguise. This is what I mean. If you were never popular in high school, and let's say you somehow became popular after high school, you'll see how people treat you. And you'll see the difference. There's a distinction between how they treated you back when you were in high school and how they treated you later when high school was over, but somehow you were popular. Or those people that were popular in high school, and then that was their peak, and they get into the real world, and they don't have those people to, beef them up anymore. And now they're just sort of like, oh, what do I do? Being broke is similar to that high school experience of either being very popular and not being very popular. I'm somebody who wasn't popular in high school, and then something happened involving media where I became a little bit popular and to do with creativity. Something went viral, in my opinion, and how people treated me was sort of different. There was a shift, and I could see how people treated me back then when I wasn't popular, and so when people treated me when I was popular. I was able to call and make parties happen, and people would come. I was able to put up like statuses or something, or like I could put out a Facebook profile when it used to get 26 likes. Now it has 1,000 likes, and people treated you differently. Girls would treat you differently. Being broke, and we're all being broke, so it's not something that I have to explain too deep, because every person has been broke, and they've been had moment of triumphs. Nobody's always broken just down. Before I was broke, I had to stay down. No, before I was rich, I had to stay down. Like one of the lyrics, I forgot what song was that from. But if you stay down long enough, bro, you start to see things really, really, really clearly. Everything becomes transparent, you see. Being broke is sort of like a blessing in disguise in that you are protected from many things. How can being broke be a protection? If you don't know much and you have a lot of money, like Biggie Small says, more money, more problem, you will have a lot of problems. But if you were broke and saw the problems that come with being rich, or you're sort of aware by watching other people and hearing stories and hearing their perspective about how money does not make you fully happy and it's not the whole thing, and there's a whole perspective. For example, I used to have pictures of Avicii everywhere in my room, and I used to produce electronic dance music. I was very into it, like so much. That's all I used to do. And then one day, I think it was 2018, I heard the man eliminated himself, unalived himself, and that confused me so much because Avicii had the life that I wanted as a brokey in my room teenager. That confused the shit out of me. I could not make sense of what the hell just happened. I couldn't make sense of it at all. At all. But anyways, there was that moment I began to think, what did he mean he was searching for happiness? Avicii's death sort of opened my eyes to see. Even though he's flying from around the world to around the world, DJing, doing all, and there's girls and everybody screaming for him, he wasn't happy. I began to think and ask people, bro, like, what's up with that? Tell me your perspective. Other rich people, tell me your perspective. And then I realized, if I was given that amount of power that Avicii had, at that young age, I would have been just as depressed as he was. So by learning, by being broke and watching other people, I learned very quickly that money, yes, isn't everything, but there are other aspects of life that we should master. We should focus on self-development before we get some money. Because if you, let's say you're somebody who focuses on self-development, and then you come across money, or you worked through your through doing self-development, you now have money. That's better than to just be given money, like you just grew up in the hood, never had shit, or you came from Africa, never had shit, and now you have so much money, and it's like, oh, what do I do now? And because you never come across that much money, it happens to a lot of lottery winners. Everything goes to shite. Everything goes downhill because you never had this amount of money. You don't know how to deal with it. You don't know how to navigate with it. You don't even know what to do with it. And so the only thing that comes to mind are you just responding to your impulse. You want to get this, you get it. You want that, you get it. And so sometimes what I realize is when people get money too much and they've never like not been broke for so long that they understand the value of the dollar. What happens is they just get the more money they get, the more problems. But if somebody's been broke for such a long time, they've had time to think about how what they would do correctly, how they would invest their money, how if they were to come into the opportunity with money that could save their whole family generation and feed them for a long time, they've already had time to think about it. So not having money in that case was sort of a protection, like Cat Williams said, was a protection against that person. Their ego now is strong enough and mature enough to know what to do with the money. They are financially literate instead of being financially illiterate. You know, they know what to do with the money. So being broke sometimes for a long time, bro, you begin to understand the power of money once you get it. And so some people are too quick. They want to get rich too quick. I say, nah, stay low, scheme on how to get rich. And when you get rich, you'll be rich for a long time. Maybe you'll be rich forever. Who knows? And if you don't, and you're just somebody like who, the kids who were born into old money, like the Vanderbilts, you blow that money real quick. Or trust fund kids, or people that just inherit amount of money they never even thought of or think of. What do? They just wild out. Or stars or something. Celebrities, child stars. They get a lot of money at a very young age. They've never been broke because they're kids. You know, they were broke. And now they don't know what to do, so they spiral out. Sometimes being broke, believe it or not, is a sort of blessing in the disguise. So you being broke at the moment, bro, I know it's weird to think as a good thing, but I hope I made the case that you could look at your situation and say, oh, it's not that bad, bro. Actually, being broke is actually kind of cool because now I have time and room to think. If money is all you want in this world, it's the most easiest to get, the easiest to make. So if you're broke, I hope that some sort of gives you comfort, you know. It gives me comfort, you know. Give both me and you comfort. Focus on you, grind, educate yourself. Listen to people like Ray Dalio, you know. Listen to like uh maybe Warren Buffett, I don't know. Just listen to Charles Munger. People just know what they're talking about. People that know what they're talking about when it comes to finance. Pretend as if you have $1 million and listen to somebody who started a hedge fund or some investor guy who's just into like uh, how to manage money and things like that. And you might not even have $1 in your account, but just think about it. Listen to people that are rich and then they drive Toyotas or something. They don't want to do anything flashy. What is it called? Silent wealth, or is it silent? You know, them people they know they're rich, but they just carry on like normal everyday people. You can never tell they're rich. That's the goal, bro. You become that person who is just so smart with their money that you know the money is only there as some sort of when something happened, you take care of it. But money isn't there to be like, yeah, ice on my wrist, gold chain on my teeth. Hey, bitch, you ain't never gonna go broke. Ah, gang, throwing money all over the place like an idiot. Where you're standing next to a millionaire and he's just holding his iced latte or whatever, and you don't even know. You make yourself look like a fool because you never had money before. Anyways, being broke is a blessing because you get to watch other rich people and other financial gurus, right? Teach you before you come into money. Every single one of us will be rich if that's all that you want. I guarantee you. Well, I can't guarantee something like that. You have someone run off and say, "Oh, it's guaranteed." No, it's not guaranteed. I'm sorry. You have to work a bit for it. But it's if money is all that you want, money you will get. Easy, easy. Take care and enjoy your brokenness for now, because it is a blessing to be broke right now.